What was the sub part of the problem? Let us look at it. What word has a value 455 and is a type of stone? Okay, so now he has given another clue. Which is with the word has got a meaning, okay, because it is a type of stone means it can be only few, right? So how do we, anyone solve this 455?
Yeah, so there are only three factors of
Okay.
455.
Okay.
And should I tell the answer?
Yeah. So let us see. Let us identify the factors of 455. So first is one is obviously a factor, right? Then 2 cannot be a factor. 3 cannot be a factor because the sum of the digits is 14. They're not divisible by 3, so hence 3 cannot be a factor. I hope all of you know this shorthand for divisible by 3. Any number which is divisible by 3, the sum of the digits will also be divisible by 3.
Yes.
Only then it is divisible by 3.
Short
So
5.
here 5 plus 5 plus 4 is 14. 14 is not divisible by 3. So 455 is not divisible by 3. Very simple. Okay. 4 it cannot be because it is an odd
So
number.
5 I think
Five
5 can be.
Yeah, 5.
5 can be there. What about 7?
Yeah, 7 is there.
6 cannot be there. 7 is it 7 into 6 is 4. Yeah, 7 is a factor, right? What about 8 cannot be? What about 9? No, 9 is not a factor. Then 10 is not a factor. 11 into 4, no, 11 is not. 12 cannot be. 13.
Yeah, 13
is a factor, right? 14 cannot be. 15 is not a factor. 17 to the 34 plus 11, 115. No, 17 cannot be. 19 into 2 is 38, 75. No, it is not. 21 into 2 is 42, 35. No. 23. 23, 1 is 23 and 22 are left. 225 is not divisible by 23. So that's it. After this, there is no more factors. So we have got letters as 1573, 713, which means that the letters that are there are A, E, 7 is what? 5, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Correct? F is 6 and G is 7, and then 13 is M, right? Okay, so these are the letters from which you can form a word. Now you have to choose only three letters out of this one. So there are only 4 ways you can choose 3, and then I hope now you know the answer.
So it becomes jam.
Correct. So if you choose the letters E, G, and M, then you can form a word called gem, which is a type of stone, and the value will be 455. Correct?
Sir, I didn't understand this. I understood this. The factors of 455 and the letters.
Okay, fine. So now what is the question? What is he saying? What word has a value 455? He's not saying 3-letter word. He's just saying any letter word. What has a value 455 and is a type of stone. Okay. So actually it is this one. Yeah, because you can have a 4-letter word or you can have a 3-letter word, because one is multiplying by one doesn't make any difference. So if you consider these letters E, G, and M, if you choose them, right, and you create any word from them, any word, whichever way the letters you arrange it, the multiplication will always be 455. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Right? Now, can you rearrange them in a word which has a meaning E, G, and M? So yes, GEM, if you make it, then it's a word, right? It's an English language word proper, which also means a type of stone, correct?
Yes, sir, gem.
So that is what he means. So,
but then sir, then gem is a 3-letter word. Sir,
yeah, so he has not said, in the question, he has not said whether it is 3 or 4. See here, what he has said.
So he's not specified with how many letters with it.
Correct. So if he doesn't specify, that means you can choose whatever you want.
Okay, so you can take any 2 or 3-letter
Yeah,
word.
you can take 2 also. You can take 2 also, and you can take 3 also, or 4 also, or 5 also, whatever way you can take it.
Okay.
So here we choose 3 out of 4 and make a word out of it.
So gem is the word.
Yeah, gem is the word, right? Cool. All right. So this was interesting. So now let us erase this. So we'll go to the Aryabhatta, okay, Aryabhatta, and let us see the this one. So this is the so the structure of the exam is such that there are 30 questions with 2 marks. So 30 into 260, right? Or 1 mark. I don't know. I think it is. I think 30 questions have 1 mark. Here they have given 2. I don't know why. Normally, what I understood is that first 30 questions are the easier lot and they get 1 mark. So 30 into 1 is 30. Next 20 questions get 2 marks. So it is 20 into 40. So 30 plus 40, 70. And then last 10 questions are tough questions which have 3 marks each. So 10 into 3 is 30. So that way total you have 60 questions giving 100 marks and you have 2 hours to solve it. That's the structure of the exam. Don't worry about the time and this right now. Let us just look at the questions and get a sense, and not each and every one. Okay. So any question? Somebody was saying something?
Yes, sir. So I did an Aryabhatta test this year, but sir, they only gave us 45 minutes.
Oh, is it? So I don't know whether because here I was just going by this. I don't know too much about it. Your dad only told me, so I started Googling on it. But here, is this then their inter-school maths? Is this the same exam or it is 37th or what? I don't know. Because here it says time allowed is 2 hours. So do you have the question paper or you could not get the question paper?
I couldn't test.
Sir, ours was only 30 questions.
30 questions, huh?
Yes, sir. Me and Avnish, both of us attempted it. It was crazy hard. We could only solve 10 questions.
Oh, is it? I would like to look at the questions if I can get a question paper. And it was it level 5 or level 8?
So I don't know. I think might have been level 8. I'm not sure.
So, okay, fine. We'll see it. I think if you can get hold of the questions somehow, or if you remember them, you can write them down.
So I think I took a few screenshots of the harder questions.
Okay, then you can put them into a Word document, the screenshots, and then share it, and we'll see.
Okay.
Avnish also, if you have got. Okay, fine. So we'll just try and see. Okay, first question. Divide 32 into 2 parts. 2 parts means x and y. Okay, such that the sum of their reciprocals is 1 by 6. This if you follow the method, you will get it easily. Okay. So what is a reciprocal? I hope everyone understands what is a reciprocal. Is that
Yes, sir. I understand.
1 divided by that number, right?
Yes, sir.
That is what is the reciprocal. So if x is a number, reciprocal of x is 1 by x, right? If 3 is a number, 1 by 3 is the reciprocal, right? And I hope you know how to add fractions, not fractions. What is that? Ratios, you call it, right? A divided by B. Those type of numbers, do you know how to add them?
No, sir. I have not learned ratios.
Okay, I think it is not yet come. Okay, then you will not be able to. Only this you can solve it only after you know them. But only after, if you know them, then it is very easy. Adding or subtraction of ratios. Okay, we'll see it. You will get it, I think. So let me. Anyone has tried this question?
So somehow
I didn't know the ratios, so I could not.
Okay, fine. It is very simple. Ratios are very. See, first what we are saying is not this. Okay. What is the thing is that 32 ka number. So x. So let the two numbers be x and y. So x plus y is equal to 32. This is what is given in the question paper, right? It is the can you divide 32 into 2 parts such that 2 parts means x and y, such that the sum of their reciprocals is equal to 1 by 6. Now, what is the reciprocal of x is 1 by x. So what does this mean? 1 divided by x plus 1 divided by y, okay, is equal to 1 divided by 6. This is what it is telling. Sum of their reciprocals is 1 by 6. Okay, now find out x and y. and they can only be integers. Okay, they cannot be some point number 1.36 etc. They cannot be. Okay, so now the way to whenever you are with whenever you get some ratios like this to add or to subtract, okay, what you have to do is you have to multiply both sides by the product of x and y, or whatever are the ratios. If there are 3 ratios, then you have to get the product of their denominators. Okay, product of their denominators, you can consider them just like we consider the value of the word, right? X into y into z, or a into b into c, like that. So all the denominators that are there, distinct denominators, okay, you take them and you multiply them, and that number you multiply on both sides of the equation. So when we multiply, so now x and y are the denominators here, right? X, first ratio denominator is x, second ratio denominator is y. So the multiplication of them is x into y. Now we take this and multiply it on both sides. So we say x into y into 1 by x plus 1 by y. So this is the left side of the equation, is equal to x into y into 1 by 6. Okay, both sides we multiplied, it remains equal. Okay, 3 is equal to 4. No, 3 is not equal to 4, but 3 is equal to 2 plus 1. So now you multiply 3 by 2, then other side also you multiply by 2. 2 into 2 plus 2 into 1 is equal to 2 into 3, right? It always remains same, right? So now if you multiply this, now it is equal to, this is equal to x into y divided by x. So this is nothing but x into y into 1 by x plus x into y into 1 by y is equal to x into y divided by 6. That is what this means. Now here 1 by x and x will cancel each other. So what will remain is y. So that is y plus x is equal to, the other side is x into y into 1 by y. 1 by y and y will cancel each other. So what will remain is x. That's how I got y plus x is equal to x into y divided by 6. Now you know that y plus x is equal to 32, right? So 32 is equal to xy divided by 6. So that is xy is equal to 32 into 6, 192. Right? Multiply both sides by 6. Then you will get 32 into 6 is equal to xy divided by 6 multiplied by 6. Divide and multiply will cancel each other. So you get xy is equal to 192. Or maybe you would have liked it to see it like this. 192 is equal to xy. Now you know that find out the number such that their product is 192 and their sum is 32. Okay, so what is the number? So you can consider sum is 32, so you can start with 31 plus 1, but 31 into 1 is only 31, so it is not a number. 30 into 2, right? 30 plus 2 is equal to 32. 30 into 2 is 60. It is still not number, right? Now 29 and 3, but 29 into 3 is 87, not good enough. So like this you keep going. So 24 into 8, you will get 192, and 24 plus 8 is 32. So the answer is 24 and 8. So x, y is equal to 8, 24. One of them is 8, one of them is 24. Right? Now, so what is the thing it is asking? The two parts are, yeah, so 8 and 24 is the answer. You followed it?
Yes, sir.
Let us just go it again one by one. See, divide 32 into two parts such that the sum of their reciprocal is 1 by 6. Okay, the two parts are x and this is 1. So what we have said, x plus y is equal to 32. First line, sum is 32. 32 divided into two parts. Sum of their reciprocals is 1 by 6. 1 by x plus 1 by y is equal to 1 by 6. Then we have a formula. Whenever we are adding or subtracting fractions or ratios, is you take the combined multiplication of all the denominators and you multiply both sides of the equation by that. So that's what we did it. Then in each term, one of them will cancel the numerator because it is the product of all the denominators. So in the first term, x into y into 1 by x, which is y. Second term, x into y into 1 by y. So y will cancel out and you'll get x. So y plus x is equal to xy into xy divided by 6. So y plus x you already know, it is 32. So 32 is equal to xy divided by 6. Again, we multiply it by the denominator. So both sides. So 32 into 6, 192 is equal to xy. So now you have to find out. Now, so the last part you have to do it one by one in your mind. Okay. Is it 30 plus 2 or 31 plus 1 or 29 plus 3 or something like that? So that is how, yeah.
So, is it necessary to do it in the trial and error way?
Yeah, the
Or,
last part.
general formula or something?
Yeah, the last part you have to do it trial and error only. You can't get it. But normally it will be an easy thing. You will not be asked like, there will not be too big options will be there. See, there are, since there are two numbers, right? So it is, and there is one more technique actually, if you want to know. Okay. So whenever there are two numbers, you choose them. Say if you choose them x and y, okay, such that sum is 32 and you find, and you have been given some multiplication value. Okay. So normally the highest value of the multiplication will be there when x and y are almost equal. In this case, the highest value will be 256. That is when x is equal to y is equal to 16. That is where the multiplication xy will be highest. Okay, at midpoint. Okay, so now you can also go how much away from the midpoint, so you can just keep going. So if somebody had asked me the value is say 34, okay, I know it is very close to 32, so I will be at extreme end, so it will be like 30. So 34 it cannot, no, it is 60, right? Sorry, 60 will be there when 30 into 2 will be there, but it will keep increasing. If you take 29 and 3, it will be increasing. So like this, as you come to the midpoint, right? You got it? From 32, you come to the midpoint of the two numbers, the multiplication will keep increasing. Okay, value. And after that again, because one side will go to the other side and then it will keep decreasing again. So midpoint, exact midpoint is when they are having the maximum multiplicative value.
Okay, sir.
All right. How much time we have got? We have got less time. So what we will do is we'll take a small break and we'll join back. Okay. We'll cover at least 2 more questions, 3 more questions from the Aryabhata.
Okay, sir.
All right. So let's take a small break and join back.